So today we will discuss and see the previous year combined graduate level examinations of 2021 conducted by APSSB. So we will see the questions as well as its explanation. So if you have any queries or any special uh, queries regarding any particular topic, so you may write in the comment box. So you will definitely try to attend your query. So let's begin. So as well as we will see the answer of these questions, we will get the explanation as well. And as the upcoming examination you have, definitely more or less you will get such type of question in your examinations. So for the perspective of your upcoming examination, these questions are very important. So you will get an idea what type of questions you are going to confront in your examination. So let's see that. So first questions which is given here, this is you have to find out the synonyms of these words. So the first question is, though very slender, she is strong. So slender means very slim. So option D is the correct answer. Next question is, our annual accounts passed the scrutiny of the government auditors. We know that scrutiny means what? Inspection. This is a very easy question. Now next, active voice and passive voice. We all have been taught when we are in class 7, 8. This is active voice and passive voice. So these are the active and passive voices given here. For the candidates those who are not aware much about passive and active, I'll just tell you some rules about it. As we all know that the active and passive voice, what happened? The subject and verb. What we do? Subject, verb, and object. So when we change into passive, so object becomes subject and subject become object, and verb changes according to its tense rule. Like example, if the tense is in past indefinite tense, so in passive voice we use was or were according to the subject, correct? So this is the rule, basic rules that we know all. So let's see the questions. So first question is here giving that I saw him leaving the house. You can see here I saw him. Saw is there. In which tense it is? It is in past indefinite tense, correct? It is in past indefinite tense. So as I told you, when you change past indefinite tense into passive, we use was or were as a auxiliary verb or to be verb. So you can see here. So house will, so him is there, correct? Him is the object here. So him will become the object, subject here. So you can see that the first option, he had been seen leaving the house. No, it is not correct because saw is there. We will use was or were. So only there are two options where was is given. So option B and D. But we will see which one is correct. So if you see option B, he was seen to be leaving the house. He was seen to be leaving the house. So to be is not used here. So to be is would not use generally in passive voice, and even if you see in the active sentence, so there is no mention of to be. So we won't use the same word called to be here. So if we see option D is the correct answer here. Why? Because him, so him should be the subject here. So he was seen leaving the house by me. Option D is the correct answer. Correct? Option D is the correct answer. Now, let's see the next question. Noise of the traffic kept me awake. Correct? Noise of the traffic kept me awake. So, what is the answer here? So, you can see here, me is there. So, that particular object, we will make it subject. So, me will change into I. So, and kept is there. Kept, it is in which tense? It is in past indefinite tense. So, definitely we will use was or were. So, let's see which is the answer. So, I was kept awake by the noise of the traffic. So this is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. I was kept awake by the noise of the traffic. So why was? Because it is in past indefinite tense, kept. So definitely with the subject in passive, was or where should be used. Okay. Next question. Who teaches you English? This is a WH question, right? So interrogative questions, whenever there is interrogative questions, we use interrogative questions, and if it starts with WHO means who, then we always use by whom, correct? We always use by whom. We know that. So by whom, and we do not change the interrogative as well. Means by whom, after by whom there should be a verb, not the subject. We cannot write by whom you. Okay, so by whom are you taught English? By whom are you taught English? And one more thing, always please do remember it, that when you change active to passive, the subject the subject that we make it object, and object we make it subject. Apart from that, the verb always should be in past participle form. You remember it that in passive voice, we always make the verb in past participle form or third form of the verb. So here you can see that by whom are you taught English? That is the correct answer. Okay. By whom are you taught English? Now you may have a question, why did not we use here was or were? Because who teaches you English? You can see here teaches. This is present indefinite tense. So in present indefinite tense, we use are or is as a to be verb. We do not use was or were. Means we have to balance the tense. We cannot change the tense. If it is in present indefinite, it should be in present indefinite. If it is in past, we will write in past. So since it is in present indefinite tense, we will use present indefinite to be verb, that is or are. So by whom are you taught English? That is the correct answer. Next question. The residents celebrated the Independence Day. So celebrated is there. Celebrated. This is the main verb, which is in past indefinite tense. So definitely there shall be was or were. Correct. So Independence Day. The Independence Day is the object. So we will make it subject. So let's see that the Independence Day was celebrated by the residents. That is the correct answer. The Independence Day was celebrated by the residents. Why? Because celebrated it is in past indefinite tense. So we will use was or were, not is, not has, or anything else. Correct? So was is the correct option B is the correct answer. The Independence Day was celebrated by the residents. Next question. A stone struck me on the head, sorry. A stone struck me on the head. Again, struck, this is in past indefinite. So we will use was or were as a to be verb, and me is there, me will change into I, correct? As a subject. So I was struck by a stone on the head, correct? I was struck, I was struck on the head. I was struck on the head by a stone. This is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. I was struck on the head by a stone. That is the correct answer. Okay. Next, see, these are the direct and indirect speech. Means speech changes. So direct, indirect, we know that direct, indirect rules. So uh, before we start solving the questions, I will tell you an important basic of changing direct to indirect. That is, whenever you will see direct to indirect, you will see that the speech which is kept within inverted comma, that we call reported speech, correct? RP means reported speech. And in the verb which is there, that is called reported verb, right? That is called reported verb. If the reported verb is in past tense, correct? If the reported verb is in past tense, then the reported speech tense will definitely change. Once again, I repeat it. If the reported verb is in past form, means said, asked, okay, inquired. If the reported verb is in past tense, the past form, definitely the reported speech tense means whatever the tense is there in reported speech, that definitely will change in the indirect speech, right? And there is some rule, like if the reported speech is in past indefinite tense, it changes into past perfect tense. If it is in past perfect tense, it remains past perfect. If it is present indefinite tense, it changes into past indefinite tense. So this is how we change it. Reported speech tense according to the form of the verb which is there in the reported verb, right? So this is the basic rule that we should always remember it. So means reported is speech should be changed in report indirect speech if the reported verb tense is in past form. So let's see what is the question here. Here the question is said that the employer said to the workman, I cannot pay you higher wages. Correct? So you can see here said, it means it is definitely in past form. Now, one more thing I will tell you, if the reported verb is in that form, which is the form said to, correct? If the reported verb is in said to form, you always remember it. When you change into indirect speech, said to change into told. But in indirect speech, we never use told to, correct? We always use only told. Said to changes into told. That you remember it. Now, let's see the answer of the question. So first option is the employer told the workman that he could not be paid higher wages. So could not be paid. So that has become passive. So this is not the correct. This is not the correct. Okay. Option A is not the correct. Option B we see the employer told the workman that he could not pay him higher wages. Okay. So I think this is the correct answer because rest of the options, if you see the employer forward, no, it is not. The employer want, no. So option B is the correct answer here. The employer told the workman that he could not pay him higher wages. Now you can see here, cannot has been changed into could not, right? Why it is so? Because the said to, it is in past form, means told is the given here. So the reported verb told, which is in past form. So that is why the reported speech tense cannot, which is in past indefinite tense, that will change into past indefinite tense. Means it cannot is in present indefinite tense, so that will change into past. Past indefinite means what is the past form of cannot? Could not. So that is why we have used here. He could not pay him higher wages. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. The spectators said, "Bravo, well played, Ravi." So bravo. This is an exclamation sentence. So we will see that what is the correct answer, right? This is a very easy question. So whenever there is any exclamation, we generally do not change it, right? It remains the same. So, but only one thing we will follow: if the reported verb is in past form, then definitely the reported speech tense will change. So here, reported speech said it is in past form. So definitely the tense which is there in reported speech, which is there in reported speech, that is bravo, well played, Ravi, that tense will change. It is in past indefinite tense, it will change. So we know that if the reported speech in past indefinite tense and the reported verb is past tense, so past form, definitely it will change into past perfect. Correct? Past perfect will change. Past perfect. Past perfect means we will use had plus third form of the main verb. So let's see what is the correct answer. The correct answer is what? The spectator, the spectator applauded Ravi, saying that he had played well. Is this the correct? Or the spectator uh, called Ravi bravo because he had played well? Or the spectators said that Ravi played well and applauded him. Is it correct? Or the spectator encouraged Ravi, saying that he had played well. So, what is the correct answer? The correct answer is here. Option D is the correct answer. The spectators applauded Ravi, saying that he had played well. That is the correct answer. He had played well. You can see that as it is in past indefinite tense, so it will change into past perfect. Next question. The manager said, "Well, what can I do for you?" Correct? This is a very easy question. So the manager, it is a question is there, right? Yes, no question is there. What can I do for you? It's a WH question is there. So whenever there is WH question, we use the same WH in the indirect speech as well. And definitely we change into assertive. You remember it always. You can see, what can I do for you? This is the interrogative sentence. And when you see interrogative sentence, in interrogative sentence, what is the form? After WH, you will find always there is a verb. Means you can see WH what is there. After that, there is can. Correct? But after that, there is can. Similarly, when you change into indirect speech, you always remember it. We never use the interrogative structure in indirect speech. We always should make it assertive. Like means the interrogative should be changed. So when how do you change into interrogative? Interrogative to assertive. This is simple. After WH in interrogative we use verb. Similarly, in indirect speech or assertive, what do we do after WH? We do not use the verb directly. We use the subject. After subject, we use the verb like WH. Okay, like WH plus verb, that is interrogative. Then here WH plus subject, then verb, that is assertive. So WH plus subject plus that verb, that we will use in indirect speech. Correct? So let's see what is the correct answer here. The correct answer. The manager asked what he could do for him. Now you can see here what he could do for him. What he could do for him. I have changed here. The option is changed here. After WH directly they have used. Here's the subject after that verb. But in the above indirect speech, direct speech, if you see after WH there is can is there. Means after WH there is a verb. After that subject I. Understood all of you? So this is what the correct answer. The manager asked what he could do for him, and after that full stop. So always we use full stop if there is question in indirect speech. Correct. Next, Sarita said to me, "I will do it now or never." Correct. This is a very easy question. Said to, we know that said to we change into told, right? So what is the correct answer here? That Sarita told me that I will change into she. So she would do it or do it now or never. Is your correct answer? Or Sarita told me that she will do that now or never. Or Sarita told me that she would do it then or never. Now I will tell you here one more thing that B and D, the both the options looks like very sim both the options look like similar and correct. But here there is a small changes there. What is the change? If you see option B, Sarita told me that she would, that is correct because will change into would because there is a past form of the reported verb, said. But after that, eat now or never, that also it is incorrect. Why? Because when you change now or never, when is there now or never in the direct, indirect, direct speech, and we change into indirect, and what we change it now will change into then, and never will remain same. Okay, so now we always change into then in indirect speech. So correct answer is option D is the correct answer. Sarita told me that she would do it then or never. Next question. He said, I clean my teeth twice a day. Here, one more thing you remember it. If there is a statement which is done regularly, means habitual action, like I walk every day, morning. So these are the habitual actions. Or I eat rice every day. So these are the habitual actions. So whenever there is any kind of habitual actions is written in the reported speech, so that reported speech tense never changes, even if there is past form of the reported verb. Once again, I repeat it. If there is any habitual action or any universal truth in reported speech, okay, despite there is past form of the reported verb, we do not change the tense of the reported speech if it is habitual action or universal truth. So here the tense of the reported speech will not change. So what is the correct answer here? The correct answer is he's he said that he cleans his teeth twice a day. That is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. He said that he cleans his teeth twice a day. Okay. After that, there is a passage is given here. So passage we are not going to discuss. You people can download the question paper and solve it. Okay. There is another question that you will solve from 17, where it is given here arrangement of the sentences. Correct. So we can see that the question number 17, when I reached my office, 1 and 6, that will remain fixed. Means the beginning of the sentence is 1 and the end of the sentence is 6. So keeping 1 and 6, fixed, we have to arrange this whole sentence as a meaningful way. So what is the answer? You see, when I reached my office, it is very simple. When I reached my office, I phoned my mother to tell her that I would not be able to get home early as I had promised. Correct? This is the correct answer. So what is the option? Option QSRP. Okay, QSRP. Option B is the correct answer. So here, what we actually need to see whenever we arrange the sentences, we need to just see two things. One is the sequence of the actions. Another is the tense. Correct? Tense and sequence of the action. These both things we have to see because according to the tense, if we arrange the sentence, you will see that everything will remain very fixed, right? So once you get to know that what is the tense has used here in the first action, second action, third action, and its sequence and conjunction, you'll be able to do it easily. Next question, it is far better to leave for a short while. This is the fixed sentence, fixed beginning of the sentence, and six is in gossiping and playing. This is the six. So what is the answer here? So it is far better to leave for a short while short while, than spend a long life that is just idle way and sorry, it is far better to live for a short while. Okay, it is far better to live a short while than QUC and make some significant contribution to the world than spend a long life that is just idle way in gossiping and playing. So option C is the correct answer here. Okay. Next question. If you are serious about, this is very easy. If you are serious about increasing your vocabulary, increasing your vocabulary, increasing your vocabulary, okay, S, then Q, you will have to make vocabulary building not a hobby or even an obsession. Correct? So option D is the correct answer here. Next question you will see. These are the some one odd substitution has been given here. So two words different in spelling and meaning but pronounced alike. This is very easy. This is called homophones. Correct? Homophones. Two words different in spelling and meaning but pronounced alike. This is called homophones. Homonyms, you know that. What is homonyms? Means two words spelling and sound pronounced is same, but it has a different meaning. That is called homonyms. Like an abnormal fear of places, you know that if anyone has a fear of high places, what do we call it? Acrophobia. Similarly, what is claustrophobia? Claustrophobia means if someone has a fear of closed places or narrow places, we call it claustrophobia. Hydrophobia means fear of water. Aerophobia means fear of flying, right? Next question, science of races of mankind. This is very easy. Ethnology, right? Ethnology means science of races of mankind. Epistemology means rules of nature or the study of nature. The genealogy means what is the meaning of genealogy? Genealogy means the study of family ancestral lines, right? When you study about family ancestral lines, we call it uh, genealogy. Genealogy, right? Next is a short, usually amusing story about some real person or event. So let's see the options: anecdote, antidote, tell, allegory. Oh, sorry, it is written as allegory. There is nothing called allegory. Actually, it should be allegory. Okay, it should be allegory. So it's not allegory exactly. Allegory means something a very short story or any kind of poem where there is a deep hidden meaning is there. We call it allegory. So it's not an allegory. Tale, tale is always something which is fictional. Antidote, this is absolutely irrelevant here. So anecdote means a short story about a real person, and which is most of the time it is very much amusing and inspirable. So option A is the correct answer, anecdote. Now, government by a single person, we know that when a government is run by a single person, we call it autocracy. Similarly, monarchy means if according to heredity, that the people govern a particular place, we call it monarchy. Plutocracy means is very important. Many questions, many examination it is asked. What is the meaning of plutocracy? Plutocracy means government by the wealthy persons. It's called plutocracy, and there is nothing called aristocracy. This is absolutely irrelevant option here. Next is the study of ancient societies. We know that it is archaeology. Very easy. Next, pick out the simple sentence from the alternatives given below. Okay, now you have to find out the simple sentence. Now, there are generally three types of sentences according to its structure. One is simple sentence, another is complex sentence, another is compound sentence. So, what is simple sentence? Simple sentence, you remember it. Simple sentence means a sentence where there will be one finite verb. Okay, there is only one finite verb. That is called simple sentence. And what is finite verb? Finite verb means the verb which has the form of, by looking the verb, you will understand whether it is past tense or present tense or future tense. So such type of verb, if we find only one in a sentence, that we call it simple sentence. Like example, if I say, I eat rice every day. So eat, the moment you say eat, that you understand it is present indefinite tense, correct? So the form of the verb gives you the sense of present indefinite tense. Similarly, if I say I ate rice yesterday, so the moment you see the form of the verb, it is past. So you get an idea this is past indefinite tense. So this is finite verb. Okay. So but there are non-finite verbs also. The verbs which does not give you a sense of tense. Like example, swimming is good for health. So you cannot identify what tense it is. Swimming is good for health. This is a non-finite verb. Swimming here, non-finite verb. So simple sentence means you have to find out if there is a finite verb in a sentence. We call it simple sentence. If more than one finite verbs are there, then we call it complex sentence, right? And if there is any conjunction is used, right, and more than one finite verb is there, then we call it compound sentence. So let's see the questions here. What are the sentences? You can go by bus or train. Definitely, it is not at all simple sentence because it is compound sentence. As I said, any conjunction whenever is used in the sentence and to join other sentence, that we call it. So first sentence is it is compound sentence. Okay, it is compound sentence. Then second is the annual sports will be held tomorrow. So will be held tomorrow. Held will be held tomorrow. So you can see that it is in passive, though it is in passive voice, but still we can understand it is in future indefinite tense. Correct. So there is only one finite verb is there, that is held, but though it is in passive, so it is in future indefinite tense. Next sentence, if you see, he went to Madras. So went is a finite verb. Another is got is visa. So this is again it is finite. Another verb is there. Came back. Another verb is there. There are three. You can see three finite verbs are there. So it is definitely not a simple verb. Simple sentence. It is a complex sentence. Next is I shall do as I like. So I shall do. This is again finite verb. I like again it is finite verb. So this is not simple sentence. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is option B is the correct answer. Next questions. Identify the complex sentence. As I said, you have to find out if there are more than one finite verbs are there in a sentence. We call it complex sentence. Now, first sentence, the cow gives milk. No, it is not complex sentence. It is a simple sentence. Gives, it is one finite verb. It contains the present indefinite tense. So this is simple sentence. This is not complex. Option B, Ram went to the station and boarded the Bombay train. Again, as I told you, if there is a sentence which is used a conjunction in order to join with other sentence, then we call it compound sentence. So and is there is conjunction. So it is not at all compound sentence. The sky is blue. Again, it is not complex sentence because it is simple sentence. The sky is blue. Easier. It is simple sentence because there is only one finite verb. Next option is when we went there, we found that he had gone. Now see, when you went there, this is went one finite verb. We found this is one finite verb. Had gone, this is one finite verb, and there is no conjunction in that. Correct. So this is what the complex sentence is. So option D is the correct answer. So we will only see that much today, 20 up to the question number 27. Rest of the questions we will solve in the next questions. So as the video won't go long, so we will stop here. So if you have any queries or any doubts regarding